Hey YouTube, it's Lisa, and I hope everyone had a great Christmas. And I thought today I would answer one of the questions that I've been getting the most as it gets closer to the time. So, and I'll give you a little teeny piece of advice if you're thinking of moving into an RV anytime soon. When you get your brainstorm brilliant plan to move into an RV, don't tell anyone about it, because you will be surprised at how many people are not indifferent, that should be indifferent, that should not care what you're doing with your life, but are. And so we've had a lot of negativity, and not a lot, but I guess not a lot, but the negativity we've had has been from people we care about, and so, or people who we have to care about because they're related in some way. So yeah, if you get this idea, like if I had it to do over again, I would tell people a week before we moved. So that's my little pointer if you're going to move into an RV, because we have had a lot of negativity from some people in our lives, and that has kind of sucked. So, okay, that being said, one of the questions that we've gotten from both our supporters and our non-supporters is, what are you going to do with your pets? Well, we are total pet people, and we are not people who believe in, we believe that when you get a pet, it's a lifetime pet. So, we are taking our animals with us. And when I say we have animals, we have a dog, a very obnoxious corgi, and we have 3 cats. And they're all pretty young, so they're not going to be going anywhere soon. Before this, we had a 19-year-old cat that we actually lost a couple of months ago, and a 22-year-old cat that we actually lost a year ago. So, as you can tell, animals live a very long time in our house, and we don't have any intentions of getting rid of them. So, and as for what are we going to do with the cat litter, you might think we're crazy, or maybe we're overthinking it, or maybe we don't know what it's like to live in an RV yet. But my husband has actually scoped out the model that we think we're going to get, and he has found a little place to drill a hole or cut a hole to basically, in the very small, like in one of the small compartments underneath the RV. We're getting a 5th wheel, so we aren't going to be actually traveling in it as our family. When we travel, we'll be driving a separate vehicle, because we have too many kids to fit in a truck. So I know that kind of defeats the purpose, but yeah, we're actually, I'll tell you another time about our the plan that we're planning for that eventually. But so then he's going to basically build their own little stairway into the litter box. So I hope that works out, and if it does, I will definitely post a video for those people who have cats, and because we have too many kids to just have extra space, extra rooms, extra bathroom. Even though our model of RV has a half bath in the kids' bunkhouse, that's not a place that we want to keep cat litter. And we have a full bath in the master bedroom, not that it's a bath, because I think we're planning on mostly doing the shower houses. But that's also not a place we want to keep cat litter. We don't want to keep it in the center because of the, that's where the kitchen is. We don't want to keep it in the kids' room. We don't want to keep it in our room. So basically, that's what we're going to do. The dog is just going to stay with us. Now, the big dilemma we have is we have fish. I don't really know what to do with that situation yet. I will keep you posted. Originally, we thought that we were just going to get one of those aquariums that kind of fits into the wall of the RV. But we, initially we were going to live a little bit more campground bound. And then we've made a decision since then that we would like to do a little more traveling than we had initially intended, which is definitely not good for the fish. So, keeping their health and wellness in mind, we need to find a place, a home to either a permanent home for them. And I know I said we are lifelong keepers of animals, and we are, and this is just a bit of a catch-22. These fish are hand-me-down fish for us, but I don't consider that they would have an emotional disconnect like our dog or our cats would if we got they just want to be fed. However, because a lot of people don't really have a lot of regard for fish life, we can't just give them to someone because we don't want someone to just, not think it's a big deal to take care of them. So they started off as little feeder fish. They were like seriously maybe a half an inch long. And then there's also a Plecostomus in there who was maybe an inch when we got him. And they are now almost the size of koi. We had to get them a bigger tank and then a bigger tank, and I know they grow to the size of their tank, but our fish are, I don't know, our largest one is, I don't know, maybe 8 inches long. And so anyway, ultimately my mom was going to keep them because she's a total animal person, and then I was just going to have my son go over and clean the tank and everything regularly, and she would love that because she wants to see them anyway. But she's not the person I was talking about, but she's not super supportive of the RV thing for multiple reasons. But, and I think she might kind of think if she holds back on taking the fish, that might be a game changer for us. But so the fish are our big dilemma. When we moved from New York to here, we had just an amazing situation because once again, we had someone else's hand-me-down fish for a similar situation. We weren't planning on moving, and then we did move. And our vet had like this wall fish tank, and I guess because we are like animal people and he realized that we probably like bought his car with all of our vet treatments, he took our fish and put them in his tank, and we went and visited them for several weeks before we left, and they were like super happy and probably even happier than they were at our house because their tank was like crazy awesome, wall sized and well taken care of. And so yeah, the fish are our dilemma, but we are taking the dogs and cats. We might take the fish just depending on how much travel and how hard it is to find someone that I can totally trust to not do something insane. Or for instance, someone down the street from us, only like 4 houses down, they're totally into fish. And I thought, oh, that's a great thing. But then they were telling the story about how their 4-year-old daughter like got into the fish tank and threw the fish on the floor and all the fish died. And I was like, oh, no, because we our kids, I don't know, we have a 4-year-old who would just like never think of doing that because we've just always like really respected animals. So yes, the fish are a dilemma, but that is where we stand right now. And I probably rambled way too long about fish, but that's our deal with animals. And yes, they're going with us, and ultimately the fish might go with us too temporarily. I just have a feeling something is going to happen. I think honestly when my mom realizes that we are actually doing this, she will probably take them. That's kind of my goal right now. So alrighty, I guess that's it. Talk to you soon.